Hi everyone, long time no see. It's been a very long time since I've sat in front of the camera to film, so I feel like really weird filming again. I am back to work full time and I am struggling, honestly, to balance my playtime with my work time with my family time, and I think that's just the nature of, you know, when you have two young kids. I don't know how people do it. And I know a lot of people have talked about it as well, but I definitely feel a fatigue when it comes to beauty makeup content. I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. I've noticed people just not watching, like even people I talk to on YouTube have like echoed the same sentiments. And I've noticed even on my channel, my views have dropped a lot, which yeah, it could partly be due to the fact that people are just a little bit bored with makeup now. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm getting boring, I don't know. But anyway, with the makeup fatigue, I have definitely felt like my interest with buying and talking about new makeup has waned, which in a way has been really good for my, I guess, slowing down on makeup purchases. I really haven't bought very much makeup, which has felt very liberating. I watch beauty news pretty much every week. That's the only thing, that's one of the only few constant things in my life. I just enjoy the banter that Haley and Kat provide, and I felt that every time I watched their videos, you know what, I didn't feel like buying anything. Nothing kind of piqued my interest, nothing tempted me, and that felt really good because that was the first time in a long time that I felt like that. And so when it comes to my own channel and what am I going to talk about, because I no longer review like a lot of new fresh products, which I know could get the views and I know a lot of people might be interested in, but financially it's not always the smartest, and in terms of like, you know, for my own practical purposes, it doesn't necessarily make sense because I only have two eyes, I only have one face. So, you know, I don't really want to bring a lot of things into my collection that I don't love and need and want. So that being said, what am I going to talk about today? Because it's not going to be new stuff. I wanted to do this video for the longest time, but I want to talk about products for my eyes that are one and done products for me that I love. And I think this comes at a good time because, you know, when I go to work, I don't want to put too much effort on my face sometimes. Like I don't have much time. Not that I don't want to put much effort, I don't have much time. And so these are products that I love, one and done, out the door. So the first product I want to talk about is this Kosas 10-second eyeshadow. I bought this because I saw Serena Wu wear it. It's in the shade Globe. It is stunning. I've got bare eyelids so I can actually demonstrate to all these shades on my eyelids. I was very tempted to buy all the shades, but then I realized, you know what, this is my perfect shade. Do I need 10 different shades? No, you just need the shade that flatters your eyes. And I feel in a way quite lucky that I do have pretty much dark brown, black eyes. I feel like most things work with my eye color. And this is literally just what I do. I just pat it on. I bought this eyeshadow for a friend of mine, and I hope she loves it too. But this is just literally the way I wear this. It's so easy to wear. It is quite liquidy. You do have to shake it up before you use it. But you know what? I've come to realize that a basic kind of coppery brown eyeshadow works so well. Again, if you don't have this eyeshadow, look for it in your collection. I'm sure you may have something similar, but this is just so easy to use and I absolutely love it. So this is all I do. I just put it on. I haven't got mascara on, but I put mascara on, I'm out the door and done. And I just think it looks really nice without too much effort. Like how quick was that? I'll zoom you in. So yeah, it probably does look a little bit strange that I'm not wearing mascara or whatever, but you get the gist. If I go traveling, when I go traveling, this is what I'm gonna bring because it's just so easy and effortless and it looks great, in my opinion. Very unfussy makeup, which I'm loving at the moment. Second one done that I've been absolutely loving, similar concept, is this Smith & Co. Glitterbaby. It is absolutely stunning. It is in the shade Bronze, and I don't feel like bronze is the best way to describe this shade because I feel like it's quite multi-dimensional and not quite bronze. I feel like it's more taupey. It has some green shimmer to it. It's got some purple shimmer to it. It's very beautiful on the eyelids. Now I do love putting orange in my crease before I pair this on, but you definitely can use this by itself. And I find that this is so much better than the Black Moon Cosmetics ones because I feel like that has too much of a black base. And I feel like, yes, I might have already talked about this before. I'm feeling deja vu. I kind of, again, have this like feeling like I want to collect all the shades, but I know that this is my absolute perfect shade, and I do have 2 others, but this is the shade that I always wear when I'm gravitating to one of these. Again, it's kind of like deep enough that it gives dimension and sparkle to the eyelid as well, because it's got different kinds of shades in there. So again, just pat it on the lid, and you can use a brush or just, you know, your finger, which sometimes I'll just pat it on with my finger first and then blend it on with an eyeshadow brush, the edges, because this is a little bit darker, so it's got that black base to it, so it is a little trickier to work with than the Kosas one. But if you want something that is a little bit smokier, I feel like this is kind of great for like a night out or something, or even just for work. I do wear this shade for work quite a bit. So you can see it's got that smokiness, but it's not like overwhelmingly black, the base. Obviously blending it out has dulled down the shimmer, so you can just go back in with a little bit more. That looks really nice. My sister and I were actually talking about these kind of eyeshadows where there is kind of like almost like small glitter particles. After Temptalia did get plastic, like a glitter particle on the back of her eyelid, which freaked me out, and I'm sure a lot of people that heard kind of like freaked out, you know, with non-safe or even safe eye glitter which she was using. But this doesn't actually have any of those ingredients that she was saying you have to be really careful of. This is a bit of a harder shade to dupe, so if you don't have it and you're very tempted to buy it, I'm sorry, but this is a little bit harder because it is quite, you know, complex and shimmery and beautiful. But if you are the kind of person that has a very minimal collection but wants one eyeshadow that's going to make an impact and be really versatile, I think this shade is. And I could go out the door like this with some mascara, and I feel like this looks really good. This makes me feel like, you know, when you've got makeup that you know just looks great, it emanates. When you've got a good makeup day, you feel better, and this is that eyeshadow for me. You don't have to be great at makeup to wear these type of eyeshadows, which is why I do feel like eyeshadows that come in a doe foot applicator like this can be really handy sometimes for people that don't have like 100 brushes. I mean, you just need really one or your finger. But yeah, I just feel like this is really easy, like fuss-free makeup that just creates so much impact on the eye, and I absolutely love it. That's probably one of my favorite one and dones. By the way, these are super easy to get off as well. I'm just using Bioderma micellar water, and it's coming off really easily. Next one and done is an actual eyeshadow, powder eyeshadow. So I am gonna add some primer. This is the hard candy one that I've been using, and ignore the glitter on my eye. It can be quite difficult to get rid of shimmer sometimes unless you wash your face, which I'm not going to do. The next one is I think this is called a Moondust eyeshadow. This is from Decay in the shade Diamond Dug. How pretty is that? Again, it's a taupe. It's more brown, and again, it's one of those shades I find very flattering on the eyelids, and I feel like this shade would work really well with a variety of eye colors. So with these eyeshadows, I definitely do feel like putting it on with your finger is the best way, so that's kind of what I do, and then I'll just again blend it out with a brush. But I love that this kind of has a more sheer base, but the glitter in here, the like shimmer particles are really, really fine. So if you're someone like me who has a lot of texture on your eyelids, I don't find this kind of emphasizes that. Which with some shimmers, I do have to be very careful with what I wear, because I do feel like some can make my eyelids look super crepey, but this one doesn't. I'll just blend it out with an eyeshadow brush. It does sheer out really nicely, and it makes you look like you're wearing multiple shades on the lid. I'm just gonna put more on. And of course you can take that on the lower lash line as well. I'm not going to, because I'm gonna take it off right after this. So yeah, I think this is absolutely gorgeous. It's like a taupe, but more interesting because it's got those shimmers to it. This is one of my favorite single eyeshadows, and I use this all the time. Again, I haven't been very fussy with blending. I mean, I probably could do a better job, but this is just an example of how quick and easy these kind of eyeshadows can be. The last two products are actually face products, and I do find that, you know, when you have a blush or a highlight, you know, you don't necessarily just have to wear it where it's supposed to be worn. And I have come to realize that I absolutely love blush on the eyelids. I find that it can be very flattering. And the one that I have been using a lot, and I have used on my channel as an one and done, is this cream paint from Moonshot, and this is in the shade 806 English Toffee. And you can definitely do this with any, you know, blush that you have. I actually am wearing this on the cheek today, and I find when you wear the same shade on the eyelids and the cheeks, there's just something really nice and cohesive about it. So I know it looks strange, and I don't usually wear pink, but this gives a nice kind of flush to the eyelids without making you look sick or anything. You have to experiment with what shades work best for your skin tone, but I do find that this shade works really nicely, and it's just another way to wear your blush. So yeah, this is basically what this shade looks like sheared out. This shade works really well on my skin tone. Again, if you're wearing a blush as eyeshadow, go for one that you know suits your skin tone. But I love this, and I just feel like it gives that little bit of pigmentation. You know, sometimes when you get like foundation on your eyelids or like concealer there, it looks strange. And some people just like whack on a, you know, liquid eyeshadow. Consider a blush. Yeah, sorry for all the glitter on there. I'm sure you could see it, but yeah, this is one of my favorite blushes to wear on my eyelids. You may also want to check if something is eye safe before. I haven't, so I am wearing this at my own discretion. But yeah, I like this look. Let's put a bit more on the cheek, and I'll just show you how it looks. And this one, you only really need the tiniest amount because it's very pigmented. But yeah, this was in my project pan, and I've come to love this product. This is a really great cream blush. There that is. Some on the nose. I just think it looks really put together when you have a matchy eye look. Super easy to do, and I think especially if you kind of like a more no makeup look. Okay, last product. This is a highlighter that I love, that is limited edition, but I guarantee you there are shades out there in the world that look like this. And this is the Smashbox Vlada Petal highlighter in Prismatic Petal. And I think this is an absolutely stunning eyeshadow that has a really beautiful shift to it. It's pink and then it's copper. I did wear this in the monochromatic tag where I wore all shades of this on my face. I love how it looks on the eyelid. As a highlighter, I feel like it's very intense. It's a bit too much for me sometimes, and I love it more as an eyeshadow for me. So I'm really glad I have this much of it because there is a lot of product. Let's go in with a brush. This is what this looks like on my eyelids. Really pretty. Very pretty shade. But yeah, since this has been released, lots and lots of brands have kind of, you know, gone for this kind of peachy copper shift. Although I do think this one has more of a, like, it's quite intensely pink compared to the copper base than some others that I have. Put some on the inner corner as well if you want. It's subtle, but it's very pretty in my opinion. Yeah, it's definitely one of the prettiest highlighters that I have in my collection. But again, I definitely encourage you to use, you know, these kind of products on the eyelid. Why not? I might just keep it on and just put some mascara so you can see how I'd actually wear it. Even if I'm wearing one and done, I do like to add a little bit of dimension on my lower lash line, just because I feel like I barely have like lashes there, that I do feel like I need to add a little bit of brown just to give myself a lash line. So I generally will add just a little bit. If it's not one of the taupe shades that I can do this with, then I'll generally add a little bit of brown eyeshadow. And of course you don't have to do this. If you've got lovely long lashes, which I'm not unfortunately blessed with, then you don't have to do this. But I do like to add some brown there. So this is how I wear it. I've added some mascara to my lashes, as well as a bit of I've tight lined with black liner, and then that's pretty much what I'll do. So this is actually how I would wear the eye look. I have changed because I'm about to go to work. Like I said, you don't necessarily have to, you know, go out and get these shades. I'm sure you may have like a bronze shade that works really well, but just experiment with what works, like what shades work for you and what textures. I do find that metallics work really well compared to like flat mattes, because they just give, you know, a bit more depth to the eye. But I think the shade is stunning. I really love it. I hope it makes you kind of rethink your products that you own as well. I don't necessarily always find that you have to have a crease shade and transition shade and a mobile lid shade and a deepening shade. Sometimes simple is best, and I do find that on days that I'm rushing out the door, that shades like this work really well. They look great on the eyelids, they flatter my skin, and they don't take much time at all. And these are just really fussless makeup. So that's what I've been into lately, to be honest. Let me know in the comments below what your one and done are. Do you kind of do this? Do you implement this kind of technique where you just put one eyeshadow on? I don't know, maybe it's like what most people do in life, and it's just like a lot of beauty YouTubers, you know, overcomplicate things sometimes. I don't know, maybe that's what normal people do. I don't know. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next one. And also, thank you for being patient while I've been like somewhat absent. Thanks so much for watching.